This is going to be my review of the Xtool D7. I want to show you just a few things that I like about it and some of the things that I don't. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is cut this on. And it goes through its little boot up deal. And being honest with you, I think the boot up's kind of a little slow. The scan tool itself is pretty fast, but the boot up is kind of slow. And as you can see right now, graphics are great. I'm going to let it do its thing, and I'm going to talk about the vehicle that I'm scanning today. This is a 2002, well, it's 2003 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And the disadvantages to this scan tool, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. One thing that I don't like about it is that if it's not able to auto scan, when you click auto scan, and if it does not automatically detect the vehicle, I can assure you that the diagnostic capabilities is limited. That's one of the things that I found. Anything that has the VIN number programmed into the engine control module, it seems to do a whole lot better job of scanning those vehicles. But this is a live show right here of what goes on whenever it can't auto scan. Now it's going to take this thing probably a minute or two to go through, and then I'm going to show you what it lacks. This vehicle, the check engine light's on and the ABS light's on whenever you drive. Again, okay, there we go. It did not recognize manual input manually. All right. Now, once you input the VIN manually, one of the things that, again, you'll see right here in just a second, whenever it gets ready to go scan it again, it still is going to ask for you to punch it in manually. You're going to have to manually choose what year it is. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video off. Okay, sorry about that. I said it was going to be a live thing, but anyway, it's about 25 seconds has passed. I got a phone call. VIN is not recognized. Please select the model manually. Okay, so we're going to do this, and it's going to be a 2003. And what we're going to do, one thing I want to look at is the ABS. Just communicate with the ABS module. Alright, we're going to read trouble code, so I want to show you something. No trouble code found, alright? But one thing I want to do, we're going to start this vehicle. And as you can clearly see, we do have a issue. I can go back to the scan tool. I can read trouble codes again. No trouble code. Alright, but when we look at the live data, if we go to live data, you can see right front wheel speed sensor, 0.312 miles an hour. Right rear, clearly we're not moving, but 0.312 miles an hour. Okay, but if I get in this vehicle and I go to drive, you can see that the rear wheel speed sensor is working, but the front one is not. And I'm just driving in the parking lot, so no big deal. So the live data is clearly showing that there is no speed signal on the right front. Okay, I'm back with a Snap-on Ethos scanner now. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because I feel like that this scanner is going to pick up a code that this other one is not. I have not checked this, but this is a scanner I bought new in 2005. And as you can see, the Snap-on is much faster. Let's see what the 5th character is. 1, 2, 3. It's a double E. Eighth. J. We're going to go to the analog brakes. It says put in K13 key. Put in K13 key. Press the button. Codes. There we go. So you can see there that the right front speed sensor is faulty. And this thing's got a bad wheel burn. You can hear it. And the right front speed sensor signal failure. System is under voltage. So these are the codes that this scanner picked up that the Xtool did not. And granted, this scanner here was $2,300 when I bought it. So the price comparison is totally different. And the reason why I bought the Xtool was because that I wanted a scanner that I could rely on to do ABS codes here in the shop, and my scanner was extremely out of date. Okay folks, here's the Hyundai that I'm fixing to scan. Okay, this is a 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe, and I'm giving a review on this Xtool D7. Alright, we're going to click auto scan here. And this vehicle right here has probably got more codes on it than any vehicle that I've ever seen. Now you can see it automatically identified the car. Alright. And instead of doing an automatic scan, I'm just going to do engine control module right here. I've already done the automatic scan. I pulled all read trouble codes right here. Okay, here we go. I want you to notice the codes right here, but this vehicle's got a misfire. And as you can see, it picks up on the PO300. But two very important codes, and you can see all the codes here that this vehicle's got, 24 of them. Okay, but of all the codes that this thing is showing, two very important codes, and I'm going to show you this right here. This is a scanner that I picked up on Amazon as well. And I want to show you something that this scanner pick up that this one doesn't. Alright, so I'm going to exit back out and I'm going to cut this thing off. Okay, this is showing 14 codes, read codes. Now, like I said, it's got a misfire. And if you was diagnosing a misfire, random cylinder misfire is not really helping you too much. But if you'll go through this right here, random cylinder misfire, there you go. O2 sensor, O2 sensor, catalytic converter, fuel level sensor, system 2 lean, system 2 rich, lean, random cylinder misfire, there you go. Cylinder 3 misfire detected, cylinder 5 misfire detected. So here's two very important codes that the Xtool D7 did not pick up on, that this little cheap $20 scanner from Amazon did pick up on. Now again, here is a report of all the codes that did pick up on. ABS code, airbag. And one of the reasons why I bought this scan tool was because of its affordability and the fact that it was pretty cheap, and it done several things that I would like for a scan tool to do. There's a few things that I can talk about that, for one, my son's truck, I was able to program a key, and it saved me $180 just on programming that key alone. So within that right there, I'll have to say that it was worth its money on that aspect. But again, there are several things. If you're buying this, I want you to understand that one of the things that I thought that it could do, like under the special functions, um, maintenance resets. And I don't know about y'all, but how aggravating it is to take and try to take and remember every way that every manufacturer takes and resets a change oil light, a maintenance light. I mean, it's so aggravating. Many times I'm stuck pulling up YouTube videos on how to reset maintenance lights, and it's so aggravating. Well, I bought this tool hoping that I might be able to just plug into it and somehow it's programmed into the system to tell me how to reset those lights. Well, it don't exactly work that way. Whenever you click on maintenance reset, a lot of times it'll give you step-by-step instructions on how to reset it, which would be no more than what you would go to when you Google something on how to reset it. It's not something that you're going to plug in and you're going to reset. A couple other things about the scan tool that I didn't like. Well, I've got a couple examples that I'm going to show you. If it doesn't auto scan the car, it's, for some reason, it has a hard time communicating with the correct modules. Like whenever you go to try to scan an ABS module, you'll have problems trying to retrieve codes. Or one example is this Jeep that I'm going to show you. It has a hard time retrieving codes on that. I've got a Hyundai that has a misfire. That was the primary chief complaint of the owner, was the car is skipping. And another thing that he complained about was whenever he goes to fill it up full of gas, he's having a hard time starting after the fact. And for me, for someone who's been doing this a while, one of the things I want to look at is the EVAT to see if the purge valve is stuck open and see if it's sucking fumes back from the fuel tank and it's actually sucking raw fuel, especially when he overfills it, sucking it back into the charcoal canister, and then it's causing it to flood basically whenever he goes to start it. But I bought it. Well, whenever I hooked up to it, my primary concern was what the customer is concerned about. It had a misfire. Well, I'm going to show you the video of whenever that I go to hook this scan tool up. It gives me a random cylinder misfire, but it fails to show me which cylinders is actually misfire. And even whenever I checked the live data and all this other stuff, it still didn't show me which cylinder. Well, I've got a little old cheap $20 scanner that I bought off Amazon once again. I hooked it to it and it immediately showed cylinder 3 and cylinder 5 misfire detected. Another example, I'm going to show you that as well, is a Jeep that I'd scanned. It was showing an ABS light, and whenever I went to go scan the ABS code, it said no fault found, no code found. And after I scanned it with my Snap-on scanner, and the only reason why I bought this to begin with is because my Snap-on scanner is so far out of date, it's impossible to update it. And that's the thing that they get you on whenever you buy these scanners. If you don't keep up with the updates, you get left behind, and essentially you'll wind up having to buy another scan tool. I was hoping with this one with free updates for 3 years, I thought maybe that I could get by. And I mean, it may still work with some, but there are several vehicles that I've questioned that I've scanned. And like I said, my other scan tool was only updated to 2005, and I got an OTC as well, Genesis, and it was updated to 2008. But even that scan tool, I got a bad cable on it, so it kind of really throws me in a bind. And being in a small shop environment, you know, pretty much vehicles are going to be 5 years old whenever that you first get to look at them anyway. Because most people's going to carry them back to the dealer until after the warranty's out. That's just some of the things that I've ran into over the years. Uh, so I was looking for something that, you know, 5 years and newer, or within that window, and this scanner offered the options of what I was looking for, and at a price that I could afford and still have to spend $2,300 on a scanner. So again, or higher, depends on what you're looking for. And we try to do light work, and uh, you know, pretty much this scanner should be able to do what I want it to do. But as you can see, the difficulties that this scanner actually has doing some simple task. Uh, Again, the programming aspect of it, it done great. I can't argue with it. It programmed 2 keys for me, saved me $180 for the programming of the keys, $30 for the key. I ordered the keys on Amazon for $14.99, I think it was. So I mean, I can't argue with that. Uh, but again, uh, just be cautious of what you scan, and be cautious of the results that you're going to get. Um, but anyway, that's pretty much my review. Thank you.